We have a new nexpo, disturbing things from around the internet, number 15. Have we seen all 14? I feel like at this point we have. All right, nexpo, don't let us down here.
Log on to the Usenet pod and click on the weather. Sign up for your severe forecast alert.
And whenever dangerous weather is about to strike, you'll get a warning on your pager.
Cable premieres go south of the border to the location of the new HBO movie Double Crossed.
Shadyside, Ohio, devastated by a...
Chad, before I start, I just want to make sure. Go lock your back door, lock the back door, lock the back door, run, 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 run. They're coming in, they're coming in, they're coming in, they're coming in, they're at the back door, run, 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 go, 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 run, 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 go, go, go. There's a reason you're hearing this, there's a reason you're hearing this, there's a reason you're hearing this, go. All right.
flash flood. Death, injuries, many missing.
We have two tales of terror and death to tell you tonight from two different parts of the world.
Authorities in Stockton are on the lookout for an arsonist who set 3 separate fires this morning.
Inside, small pine boxes containing 45-inch steel caskets to be placed in cement crypts.
Bro, how are you an arsonist? How do you get to the point where you're a arsonist, bro? Like, what is wrong with you? You were born that way. Someone banned that guy. He's saying he's an arsonist. I got a fucking arsonist running around the chat free.
A void unquantifiable. An endless frontier full of wonder, discovery, and mystery. From 3D games engrossed in urban legends to some of the most disturbing archival insights into the human mind, the internet has it all. You just have to venture out a bit to find its dark side. In the early days of...
Dude, the internet is such a crazy invention. And I could truthfully say I feel like I've been around for most of the internet. I think. So, it's crazy to see. It's crazy to see, bro. How much longer do you think the internet's going to last? Until someone buys the internet. You know what I mean?
YouTube, a channel entered the digital space. It was titled MOSB46PGH, and it served as a hub for home videos uploaded by a man named George Sadini. He hasn't uploaded in a while, but we'll get to why later. What we need to know now is that this man lived a seemingly simple life, sharing videos of him talking to the camera and giving his viewers an inside look into his home. It is, by every measure, a product of early YouTube, a reminder of an era in which content was much simpler and innocuous than it is today. While at a cursory glance, nothing about George's content seems all that strange, it's when we really begin to dissect what exactly it is that he says and alludes to, where things become a bit weird. Take a look.
My car is an 07 Altima. I paid $79,000 for this in 1996. That's considered a lot, believe it or not.
What did he say he paid?
I paid $79,000 for this.
Buddy, I don't care what year. You can take me to any year in the history of years. No year does an Ultima cost $79,000, bro. And guess what? I'm talking about any year, even in the future. It'll never cost $79,000. They will discontinue the Ultima before it reaches $79,000. Wait, actually, that's not true. I think there's like 100K Ultimas. I'm actually dumb. I'm actually dumb. But I'm saying that Ultima. The house? Yeah, this is, guys, this is why I don't smoke on stream, bro. I'm not even going to talk the rest of the video, bro. I'm not going to talk the rest of the video. He said the Ultima, and then he said the... hold on, let me hear this shit.
Weird. Take a look.
My car is an 07 Altima. I paid $79,000 for this in 1996. That's considered a lot, believe it or not.
He started talking about the house. I'm wrong.
Okay, we're approaching the door. Open it up. Oh, someone left it unlocked. That's not good. Inside, okay. Here's my big screen TV. 32-inch. It's my computer. Let me pan out a little bit.
First off, you may be noticing a pattern here. George continuously makes passing references to the allure of his personal items. He states his vehicle's price. He shows us his 32-inch big screen TV, and it's become clear that this video is meant to boast. But why?
Pan out a little bit. Computer is connected to the stereo, which I listen to my MP3s and everything else. Pan to the other side. Speakers on each side are large. They double as end tables. Okay, couch and chair, they match. The woman will really be impressed. Okay, come over here. There's some reading material that we're all familiar with. Come out here through the dining room.
Why is Buddy flexing on us this hard?
I just bought this. Dining room set.
Sadini pans down to his table after making a remark about women being impressed, to which we can see a stack of documents and 2 curious novels. How to Date Young Women for Men Over 35 and Body Language
Don't hate.
Secrets.
You can't lie, don't hate.
Interesting. As we continue to scan through his videos, it becomes abundantly clear that George carries an undying fixation towards women. He's a man who hasn't been with a partner in God knows how long, and he seems to be persistently trying and failing at dating women much younger than he. It's clear that he's faced rejection multiple times before, evident by his books and lack of awareness that monetary wealth doesn't necessarily equate to attractiveness. In essence, these videos show that he's painfully out of touch, and while he would only ever upload just 2 videos to his channel during its short tenure, he would later crop up in other areas across the net.
Huh? What you mean?
Throughout the years, George would carve out his own little corner of the internet. He would host a website called GeorgeSodini.com, and at first glance, it's most of what you'd expect from an early 2000s website. It carries a simple layout, his name and location, various photos from his life. It was a humble virtual abode that resembled the countless other personal websites out there, and for a while, there was never anything suspect about it. Curiously though, sometime in 2008, a new webpage would silently crop up, and it's a simple link titled Life or Death. My birth and death dates. Take a guess.
What?
For any unsuspecting user online, this might come off as some sort of random guessing game. Admittedly, the internet had seen much weirder shit by this point in time. However, I wanted to bring up this page specifically because the date of death question here actually contains a correct answer. You see, George Sadini isn't exactly a good person, and what lies behind this otherwise simple question is a glance into the mind of a man deeply disturbed.
What?
George, by this point, was planning something, and not a single person who knew him had any idea about it.
This is fucking creepy, bro.
On the night of August 4th, 2009, George had made his way to the LA Fitness in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania. Earlier that day, he had visited twice to look around. Yet this time, he had something with him. He entered the gym with a duffel bag at 7:56 p.m. and after checking in, he made his way to the gym studio that was in the midst of kicking off their nightly aerobics class. Thereafter, he walked in, cut the lights, grabbed two 9mm pistols, and fired 36 shots into the crowd. The scene was a complete nightmare. Screams echoed throughout the air. Victims began to flee in a frenzy.
You can't get girls,
Nobody
so you do this, you
ever
fucking bitch.
expects this. Amidst the chaos, Sodini grabs a .45 caliber revolver from his bag, and during the next few seconds, he holds it to his head and takes his own life.
Why would you do that? Just kill yourself anyway. Fuck.
Police left the scene here at the LA Fitness in Collier Township, just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the early morning hours today. They have been investigating a shooting that took place shortly after 8 o'clock on Tuesday.
Bro.
They say a man walked into an aerobics classroom where more than 20 people were taking a class and opened fire.
That night, 3 women had died and 9 others were injured in what can only be described as one of the most disturbing and heartless acts of violence that I have ever read about. Young adults, mothers, and fathers were all there just to get a workout, to make themselves happier and more physically fit. Yet it was all shattered by an intensely depraved man. Like we touched on, all of this was premeditated long before it happened, and the date of the tragedy, August 4th of 2009, would, as you'd expect, unlock an entirely new and secret layer of Sodini's website. Why do this to young girls? Just read below. Moving into Christmas again. No girlfriend since 1984. Last Christmas with Pam was in 1983. Who knows why? I'm not too ugly or too weird. No sex since July of 1990 either. Over 18 years ago.
What?
For months, George objectified and chronicled his struggles with women. He expressed a growing frustration with how he couldn't get them to like him. He documents his pent-up rage and hatred.
You can't have sex for 18 years and you were trying? You were trying to have sex actively for 18 years and failing. Boom. Well, at what point do you just like, I don't know, go to Vegas? You know what I mean? Like, at what point, bro, do you pay for some shit? 18 years? Nah. No way. That's fucking insane. Vegas, Yellow Pages. Okay.
It's those that could find love. And he even mulls over his so-called exit plan for nearly a year. I took off today, Monday, and tomorrow to practice my routine and make sure it's well polished. I need to work out every detail. There's only one shot. Also, I need to be completely immersed into something before I can be successful. I haven't had a drink since Friday at about 2:30. Total effort needed. Tomorrow is the big day. I talked to my neighbor today, who's very positive and upbeat. I need to remain focused and absorbed completely. Last time I tried this in January, I chickened out. Let's see how this approach works.
Wow.
When you talk to their families and their friends, you can see their sadness, feel their grief, and that inability to understand why this happened. But each also felt as if their loved ones deserved not to be remembered for the way they died, but for how they lived.
On that fateful night, the lives of Heidi Overmeyer, Elizabeth Gannon, and Jody Billingsley were needlessly ripped from them, forever shattering their families' lives in one of the worst acts imaginable.
You pussy.
It's horrifying to think that something as simple as a workout can turn into a situation so deadly, and I cannot even fathom the panic that unfolded thereafter. George Sudini was a man who carried unbridled hatred and jealousy, and looking into his website and YouTube channel gives us an eerie glance into his life.
You fucking loser.
I truly hope that today the victims' families are holding up okay, although I cannot even imagine the void that's been left in all of their hearts. Never again will this monster walk the earth, though, and I hope that at the very least, grants them a sliver of solace.
Insane. What a fucking bitch. That wasn't even disturbing. That was just fucking like, I'm pissed.
Alright guys, before we continue, I'd like to talk about tonight's video sponsor. Tips. Cognizant submitting demand unlimited. If I ever get to work for an exclusive, they get your person get back to it.
I don't even.
Devastating earthquakes can and do happen all over the world, but here in the United States, we can greatly reduce fatalities by being prepared, and that can start with understanding earthquakes themselves.
Everybody loves a good time. Whether you're young or old, the excitement of enjoying yourself
is a special part of life.
It's a homeland rivalry. The Oakland A's are visiting the San Francisco Giants for Game 3 of the World Series, and the crowd is, understandably, fired up. At the helm of the ABC Sports broadcast that day are sports commentators Al Michaels and Tim McCarver, and the pair open the day by going through stats and predictions for the upcoming game. For the entire opening sequence, everything seemed to be business as usual. That is, until they're met with an unexpected surprise.
Second base, so the Oakland A's take.
I'll tell you what, we're having an
earthquake? What?
At this moment, a magnitude 6.9 earthquake tears through San Francisco, causing this broadcast to go off air and sending millions into panic.
Emergency Center, what are you reporting?
There's a major gas leak on Freedom Boulevard.
Okay, where's the leak coming from?
Emergency Center, what are you reporting?
Regarding the earthquake, I'm wondering,
do you need police, fire, ambulance, sir?
Emergency Center, what are you reporting?
A house on fire.
What's on fire? What's on fire?
A house.
What's the address?
All we know is it's at the end of Comstockville Road, which runs off the
It seemed to come out of nowhere. No warning, no signs, not even a single indication that the lives of millions would be changed in an instant. That day, the San Andreas Fault ruptured, causing a catastrophic earthquake called Loma Prieta. It was evoked by the Pacific Plate pushing vertically up and northwestward for a length of 6 entire feet at the epicenter. And while, on paper, it doesn't sound like a massive number, the damage it left behind spanned in the range of billions.
Billions?
The Nimitz Freeway encountered a total collapse.
Bro, why have I never heard of
the
this?
San Francisco Bay Bridge split before drivers' eyes, and shopping malls and
What?
housing
Dude, why have I
complexes
never heard of this?
crumbled to ruin.
We have an unofficial word, or it perhaps is official now. 7 people, we know 7 people have died in this crash, including the one, or in this quake rather, including the one when an old building south of Market collapsed on people in automobiles. And there is one other death too, perhaps one on the Bay Bridge when that section of it collapsed. But here trying to get people out of their homes, some injuries, perhaps just panic as well. And this, if it indeed is the big one that we've heard so much about, and people trying to do whatever they can to stop the fire, but part of the problem, obviously, is gas.
On the Nimitz Freeway, there once stood a section of road called the Cypress Street Viaduct. It was a multi-level concourse, and when it was built, over 160,000 vehicles reportedly passed over it every single day. Because of this section of highway resulted in the most severe casualties in the entire city. 42 out of 63 Loma Prieta deaths happened here, seemingly out of nowhere. Without even a second to react that day, the upper deck collapsed downward,
Oh my God.
crushing the cars on the lower level and causing a myriad of crashes above them. And the scene it left behind, with people, lives, families, children being helplessly trapped in a predicament like this, is absolutely heartbreaking.
Bro. Fuck, bro. I mean, that's some Final Destination shit. You can't even prepare for something like that. If this is gonna... If some shit like that happens, bro, that just happens, bro. There's no way to...
That day, nearly 4,000 landslides, a tsunami, 3,757 injuries, and 63 deaths were caused by this sudden catastrophe. And the most haunting part is, that number, paradoxically, would have been so much higher were the World Series not happening. Reportedly, rush hour traffic was not nearly as high as normal, since thousands left work early to watch the game at home. Had they been out on the roads instead, like they otherwise would have been, then the outcome of this earthquake may have been even worse than reality. To this day, Loma Prieta stands as the 3rd costliest earthquake in U.S. history, and in its wake are thousands of families that were uprooted.
Dude, earthquakes
forever.
are fucking scary, man.
While the city has since banded together and rebuilt reinforced structures in preparation for the inevitable next one, the harrowing events that took place back then will undoubtedly live on in infamy. The broadcasts, home videos, and damage reports from the incident are haunting and really drive home just how powerful Mother Nature can really be. Whether it's hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, blizzards, what have you, humanity is and always will be at the painful mercy of nature.
Are there people in your life that exemplify the essence of courage to you? What about for fearful children who just need an extra push? Yeah, don't be afraid. It's going to be okay. I think it's great.
The night is unremarkable. Jacob and Sarah Henderson have just put down their 5- and 7-year-old daughters to bed.
Okay.
It's quiet. Time to wind down. A night like any other. The family has lived here, nestled in the small town of Maybank, Texas, for years. And while they overall seemed content, Jacob had begun noticing something off. Sarah, for the past 2 weeks, has been having strange episodes. She seems to be scared of something, like someone stalking her, and it's only getting worse. Out of nowhere, Sarah breaks the silence of this otherwise ordinary night, again freaking out about something inexplicable. And so, worried for his wife and hopeful that the two can get some help, Jacob dials 911, seemingly at his wit's end.
CMS, this is Patricia.
Yes, ma'am. I was wondering if I could get somebody to come out here and check my wife out.
Okay, tell me exactly what's going on.
My wife, she's like, I don't know, something's going on with her.
Okay. Can you describe what's going on? The symptoms?
Like she's freaking out like somebody's out to get her.
Okay, give us just one moment.
She won't listen to me. You won't talk to me.
Don't hang up. Stay on the line with me, okay?
So,
She's losing her mind.
no, you're not.
Yes, I'm okay.
You're not good.
Okay, are you with the patient now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how old is the patient?
29.
Is she awake? Okay, I promise.
Yes, ma'am.
Is she breathing?
Yes, ma'am. She's saying she's all right now. She's saying she's fine now.
Okay, we can still have them come out and check her out, okay? Okay, does she have a weapon?
No, ma'am.
Where is she right now?
Right here in front of me.
I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line. I'll tell you exactly what to do next. If it's safe to do so, observe her continuously. If it's safe to do so, protect her from herself.
Okay.
Okay, give me just a moment.
Okay, well.
Mods, can you time out the people that are fighting each other in the chat right now? Because I'm looking at a comment, and then I look up, I'm like, wait, he's replying to someone, there's like fighting each other. Mods, please get them out of here. Buddy, my chat is not for you to sit here and have a fight with somebody, dude. That's fucking cringe. Alright? Take it somewhere else. Or just, if you want to say some shit to someone, just say one word and that's it. Just say, or like, you know what I mean? Just say a sentence. Oh, fuck, oh, go fuck yourself, fuck you, okay. And that's the end of it. That's it, bro. You're sitting here going back and forth. I think two people went back and forth for 10 minutes straight. Fuck you, fuck you! You're cringe, dude. Bro, like, just stop. Bro, listen, I'm a lot of things, bro. People joke around. Nobody has called me cringe, bro. I've never even heard someone seriously say that, bro. All right, let's go.
Like I said, she said she's fine now.
Okay, well, they're still on their way, and they can check her out when they get there, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
My dog's name is not Tostitos. My dog's name is not Tostitos. Okay? His name is Tony. Or Tino, I mean. Why did I say Tony? Tino. My cousin's dog is named Tony, and I'm fucking always yelling at him because he's fucking pissing on my carpet. Alright.
As we could hear, Sarah had a sudden change in demeanor. Whatever strange behavior she was exhibiting before this call had vanished. She was fine, she claimed, and this whole fiasco was nothing but a big misunderstanding. Everything is fine.
Hours later.
Jacob jolts awake, and something is wrong. His wife isn't next to him. They're screaming in the next room. And once he comes to and makes his way out into his darkened living room, he's met with a scene straight out of a nightmare.
Henderson County 911.
Yes. My wife just shot her kid.
Okay, is this Jacob?
Yes.
Okay, what is your wife's name?
She's trying to commit that now. She's trying to choke herself. Why do you keep grabbing your neck?
What is her name, sir?
Dude, send them!
Sarah Henderson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, and how old are the children?
7 and 5.
And they're in the bedroom?
Huh?
Are they in the bedroom, sir?
No, they're in the living room.
They're in the living room and they're not breathing?
No.
Were you home when she did this, or did you just get home?
I was asleep.
You were asleep?
Yes.
And you have the weapon now, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I got it.
Okay.
God forgive me, please.
Are there any other weapons in the house?
Yes.
Okay. Does she have access to them, or are you keeping her from doing that?
No, I'm trying to.
Okay, sir, we do have help on the way, okay? We have an ambulance headed that way, as well as officers, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to...
No.
Okay.
Why did I do that, babe? I don't know.
She's not trying to leave or anything, correct?
What's going on here, Jay? Nothing's going on. That's why I tried telling you. She keeps saying somebody's after her. There's nobody after her. There's nothing. She keeps saying people are coming. There's nobody even here. What? What, babe? Nothing. Nothing. I'm lost, babe.
I'm still here, Jacob, okay?
Yes.
Where are the cops?
Looks like their officers may be pulling up right now. Do you see them outside?
Get me. They're here.
Okay, well, I'll let you go now, okay, so you can open the door.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Please tell me he opened the door, please.
A shocking case, a mother in jail right now, accused of killing her 2 young daughters. One little girl was 7, the other just 5. The shooting happened this morning 62 miles southeast of Dallas, outside the town of Payne Springs. Rebecca Lopez is there with details.
That night, Sarah Henderson had taken the lives of her 2 daughters, Kaylee and Kinley. And throughout this call, we can hear her stating things that make no sense at all. She asks her husband why she didn't. She inquires on what's happening. It seems at first that she had no idea what exactly she had just done. Following this call, Sarah Henderson was arrested and charged at the Henderson County Jail with capital murder after confessing to the crime. Because of her erratic behavior, she was placed on suicide watch. However, during her interrogation, she admitted something that gave authorities pause. It's unclear if she ever truly thought that someone was out to get her that night, because as it turned out, she admitted to having premeditated the entire thing. For 2 whole weeks, Sarah had planned to take the lives of her children. Children who were oblivious, who were going to school, playing outside, who had no idea that their lives would end on that fateful night.
Why would you do
Since this incident, Jacob Henderson has divorced Sarah, who remains locked away in prison. As it stands, she's set to spend the rest of her life behind bars and has no possibility ever for parole. According to one of their family members, the loss of Kaylee and Kenley will forever pain them because things like this don't just go away. These kids loved their mother and likely did until the moment she ripped their lives from them. A loss like this doesn't heal with time, they claimed. Our family is broken.
What the fuck is this, bro?
Getting in shape and you're looking like this, then I'm gonna get you with the Kodak disc. And sure as shooting, I'm not gonna miss. I'm gonna get you with the Kodak disc.
Reddit.com. A hub where millions congregate. An expanse where you can find community surrounding just about any topic you can think of. Creepy games, things you can just barely remember, and even a place to investigate. On the evening of December 9th, 2024, a post would grace the RBI2 subreddit. It comes from a Super Heat Ran 2, and it has a simple backstory. Terrifying film found at a thrift store. I found this film photo at my thrift store inside of an old Kodak carousel box.
Yo, my boy saw you at Best Buy today. Bro, chat, do you guys understand the story I told you guys the other day? How I ran into a couple people and I was walking down the street. They saw me in a car, they yelled, they got out the car and said what up to me, and I took pictures with them, whatever. And as I was walking away and they're walking towards their car, I'm walking in the store. They told me that they were like, "Oh, you met our friend. Like, thank you so much for like gifting him like AirPods." And I was like, "Bro, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?" And he was like, "Yeah, you gave him AirPods. Like, he's really grateful." Like, I'm like, "Dude, I've never bought anybody AirPods, bro. Like, that's not true." And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Dude, this never happened." And then the other kid called him a capper. And then, but it's so crazy because, like, that guy told that story to them. And he thought that I would never meet them. Like, do you understand how unlucky that guy is? He never thought that I would run into them. So this guy got exposed in, like, the worst way possible. Like, dude, think about this. If you found out a lie like that, would you even be friends with someone after that shit? Like, actually think about that, bro. Like, actually think about that. Like, that's like actually psychotic level lying. Nah, maybe not lose friends, but damn. That's just, I mean, bro, you're getting roasted every day for that.
Alright, so before we continue, I'd like to state that the image accompanying this post is one of the eeriest, most disturbing,
What's the point of making that up? Because, like, he got a picture with me, this dude, in a store. So he showed his friends, these 2 kids that I met. And he never, and like, yeah, so he's like, oh yeah, look, got the picture of them, and then he bought me AirPods. Like, he had like a whole story.
In most mysterious photos that I have ever seen, it's something that gave me pause the first time I saw it. Because this can't be real, can it? I'm going to have to censor it, but I'm sure you'll get the idea. This is the OP's photo.
What? What the fuck, bro?
It depicts a body. Haphazard.
Dude, Nexpo, you're so creepy, dude. Why do you have a candle lit? That's the creepiest shit ever!
Into a corner. In such a mess that you can't even make out the position the person is even placed in. Darkened blood covers the floor, the walls, the bed. If this is real, then it's pretty damn convincing. To my eye, we're looking at a murder scene. However, why was this found stuffed within a Kodak box? And what the hell happened here? Hello everyone. Sorry, I'm on my phone. Here's what I did. When I saw the photo, I was curious and pointed into a contrast area to look at it, and my body jolted. I didn't buy the Kodak carousel. I just took the photo and went outside. I went to another store next door and called the non-emergency line, describing what I saw and that I felt like it was genuine. They told me they're sending an officer when available. They didn't have an ETA. I'm waiting in my car as of now. As you'd expect, commenters were morbidly intrigued. It was unanimously agreed that calling the cops was the right call. However, some suggested for them to post it in various missing persons subreddits. If this were real, then it just might help in some unsolved case out there. Aside from a few minor interactions on their post, the OP never gave a substantial update again. They handed everything over to the police and abandoned their account, forever leaving this mystery wide open.
See, when I see shit like this, I'm like, dude, Nexpo, bro. Like, do you really believe this shit? Like, really, dude? They just never updated again?
For online speculation.
I mean, someone could have found out that he got that picture, and then they might want to take him out. I mean, maybe.
I know it's just a photo, but this is genuinely one of the creepiest that I have ever seen. It's a window into someone's life, and it's enveloped in absolute mystery. To this day, there's been zero movement on this case. No follow-ups from the OP. All we're left with is this intensely disturbing discovery. Completely dead in the water. So, who is this? Who is the body in the photo? To that question,
we may never know. We may never know.
Bro, these shits are too creepy, bro. This shit is too weird. I don't, nah, I'm not fucking
it's
with
November 11th of 2009, and a YouTube channel is born. It belonged to a 19-year-old man named Nick Stoutenberger, and it had a simple premise. Nick would upload a handful of seemingly random videos, a room tour, random skits, vlogs from his daily life.
There I go, bolting off to answer the phone. Really bad with action poses, as you can tell. Maybe I should have put some action lines like whoosh, 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 but...
Interestingly, Nick was an eccentric character. He constantly went on record about how poor his living conditions were, much to his own doing. He would never brush his teeth. He would never shower. He hated his parents, and everything about his life seemed entirely parasitical.
Morris. What? All right, I'm trying to film the cat. Morris.
Throughout his videos, we would learn that Nick had a half-sister named Amber, someone who he'd play games and have stick fights with. And while it's a bit strange for someone his age to be having stick fights, it would pale in comparison to his online activity before and after this blip in his life. A few years prior, Nick would correspond with a girl he met online named Anna. Having connected through a role-playing forum, the two had begun dating in 2006.
Chad, who in here had an AIM? I need to know if you had an AOL Messenger. If I had AIM back in the day, it was called. But again, a lot of people, you know, growing up, that's not a thing. They don't do that. I remember when Facebook was cool. Facebook used to be it was MySpace. MySpace was fire. And then we got Facebook. And then like Instagram, Twitter, and then yeah. Vine was in there too, somewhere.
Chatting about their personal lives and engaging in role-playing. Curiously though, as the months went on and Nick's trust in Anna had grown, he would eventually admit something equal parts disgusting and illegal.
Name was so fire. Fuck.
You see, Nick had extremely depraved interests and a self-admitted attraction to children.
What?
I can't show you every message here, but on this day, directly to Anna, he admitted to sexually assaulting his half-sister, Amber. Keep in mind that this was the same girl he had stick fights with, the same girl who he can be seen towering over in her birthday video. Nick Stoutenberger is a predator, and his victim was living directly under the same roof as he.
Yeah. Don't punch. Guys. Mods, come on, bro. If someone says that, you gotta be on that shit, man. Someone's behind me during this kind of shit. Dude, time him out, man.
after this confession, word spread throughout Nick's circle fast. One by one, his girlfriend Anna and everyone acquainted with him would sever ties from him, and Anna would even hand this chat log to the police, yet it would, frustratingly, lead nowhere. On his website, called Tales of the Nick, he would chronicle this chapter of his life, along with just about every other thought that's popped into his mind for years. And on a multitude of his journal entries, we can spot him expressing disdain for being ostracized by everyone that knew him. Even so, none of this bothered him more than being cut off by the one person that mattered to him most, and that was Anna. Nick would, over the next few years, begin to mention Anna more and more. In fact, he grew an eerie obsession over her, penning post after post about how she's his wife, how he's holding out hope that the two would get back together, and even going forth to create a blog dedicated specifically to her. Entirely fed up and at her wit's end, Anna would disparage Nick on her own blog in April of 2009, expressing how creepy it is that Nick is going to such intense lengths to dig up her personal information, and how he deserves to have been cut off by everyone online. Even so, Nick not once ever found anything wrong with his behavior. He found nothing wrong with his open attraction towards those that could never give consent. And he found absolutely nothing wrong with what he was doing to his little sister behind closed doors. Effectively, this little girl was trapped, and for a while, it seemed like no one could do a single thing about it.
Is that if that's a real video, bro, I'm gonna fucking... Scrappy, that's some shit you would say.
It wouldn't be until 2015 when authorities would finally give this case the attention it deserves.
Oh shit.
In April of that year, a report was called in to the Manor Township Police about a sexual assault. Yet this time, it wouldn't be from Anna, but rather from Amber, his half-sister. A girl victimized by Nick for nearly a decade had silently gathered evidence against him, and on April 30th, Nick Stautzenberger would be arrested on 3 counts of indecent assault of a child and 1 count of involuntary deviant intercourse with a child.
What?
Reportedly, the situation inside their home was so bad that the assaults date back to when this girl was only 6 years old. In 2016, Nick was convicted and sentenced to 16.5 to 40 years in prison. Since then, he's appealed his sentencing twice, but was denied each time. The complete and utter rot of one's childhood. That is the only way I can describe the situation that Amber found herself ensnared in.
I'm done with this video,
The
bro.
mental and emotional torments that Nick Stautzenberger unleashed upon her life had decimated what were supposed to be her formative years.
Dude.
And for the rest of her life, she'll have to carry this weight with her.
That's fucking horrible. Shut this off. Shut this off. Is this video done? This video's done, bro. I'm done. Way to kill the vibes, dude. Wow. So there's like worse shit. 2031. Bro, please someone take him out, bro. Please. Please take him out. Please take his ass out. Please. Alright, I think that's the end.
The World Wide Web is vast.
No, nexpo, no. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Good vid, but I'm done. Creepy vid. Creepy vid. Creepy.